Alright, so welcome to the first part of the Refraction Railway 3 video. So first off, I want to say that for my run, I did not even do a super optimized run. There were a lot of things that could have been better. For example, the Rupture team is actually really strong for this railway. If you want to bring the entire Rupture team instead of whatever team I'm going to be bringing in, feel free to do so. The Rupture team consists of your W Yisang with your 7 Association Faust, and then whatever other Rupture characters you want. Honestly, with these two here, as well as your K Honglu, or just any Honglu with the Dimension Shredder, you're pretty much good to go. You ideally want Talisman Sinclair built, because he will be able to give you talismans, which lets you apply a bunch of Rupture potency on a lot of the bosses, and you can easily stack to 99 Rupture really fast with Talisman Sinclair in your party. Right, so anyway, besides that, for my run, the conditions that I've set on my run is that I will not be bringing any character that is basically unobtainable for a lot of new players. So new players, right? Season 2 characters, for example, like Spice Bush, you cannot obtain anymore, so I will not be using them. I, however, want to recommend that if you want to actually use these characters, feel free to go and use the support function in the game to go and borrow them. You can click edit, click on support, click on any of your friends' characters. You have infinite borrows, so don't worry about that. And then you just press back, and now you have a support character here. And that support character can be changed at any time in this entire Refraction Railway. So if you wanted to bring Spice Push for any fight, feel free to do that. Or if you like any one of these units here, feel free to borrow that unit if you want. The 4 most important units, actually, well, 5 important units that I would say are very good for this Mirror Dungeon. Sorry, not Mirror Dungeon, Refraction Railway, are Ninclair. Can be swapped with Sinclair, because I think Sinclair also does a solid amount of damage. W Ryoshu, very strong character in general. Dawn, of course, Rift Space, very strong. Reindeer because of Mind Whip, and Mind Whip is extremely useful for this railway because of a lot of the checks that you have to do. And of course, Rabbit, Quick Suppression is Quick Suppression, right? And then for other options, you can bring like your Regret Faust, you can bring 7 Association Faust for slashing, you can bring your Grippy Faust just for supporting of the Blunt Gang, for example your Ninclair, as well as your Reindeer, as well as your Rabbit, because with Gaze you can buff their damage output, can buff your DC's output, can buff your Mola Otis output. But yeah, it's up to you what you want to do here. But I think the main ones that really cannot be replaced are Rabbit, Reindeer, Dawn, and W, because these characters here have really powerful nukes, and those nukes are extremely important to make this run really chill. Yeah, I'm going for a chill run, not really for a low turn run. So if you want to optimize even more, then actually the Rupture gang is probably the most optimal turn shredder in this entire Refraction Railway, because a lot of the bosses, they resist your damage types, but Rupture is true damage. And with the ability to support our count now with W Yisang, as well as his Dimension Shredder, and K Honglu with his Dimension Shredder, then potency application using your Lobotomy Rich Sheet will actually make a lot of these bosses extremely short. Like 3 turns, 5 turns, 5 turns kind of short. Like, it's really very fast with these team members on your party. So if you want to really min-max your turn times, these characters here, really good options. But if you want to go for a chill run, that is what I will be going for with my run. We'll be going for a chill run. So we'll bring the characters that most players will be able to farm for and get. We'll bring Ninclair. Ninclair's a Season 1 character now, so he can be very easily gotten. And I think we will not bring Ting Tang, but we will bring our Dichi Association Honglu, preferably at level 40. Because I find Dichi Honglu really just easy, you know, he's... I mean, you could put Ting Tang on your bench for more damage, you could bring Honglu for tanking, but Dichi Hong is just easy, you know, he just outputs very solid amounts of damage, and it's just generally a very good character. If you want to bring Honglu just for convenience for some of the bosses also, if you want to redirect with them, feel free to. I will be swapping Honglu in later on when I'm fighting some of the harder bosses. But for the first part, I think he's way better. For Gregor, actually, I don't bring any Gregors. I think only Zwei Gregor might be worth bringing. Maybe Twin Hook is also worth. I haven't really tried. But I will be bringing G Corp Gregor for his passive. G Corp Gregor's passive. is heal 5 HP after a clash. So it's also really, really good to heal yourself up after that. So I'm going to bring him as my healer. For Massault, I actually don't use a single Massault in the entire run. So I'll just bring the base Massault so I can get a very simple highest max HP, takes less damage. Yep. Besides that, the rest of these units here, feel free to swap them out or swap them in depending on if you have them or not. But all of these characters here are obtainable by new players. For the Yisang, I will bring none because I don't want to bring any of these Yisangs here. If I could bring any, I'll bring W Corp, but I have not built my W Corp. Okay, in that case, maybe I'll just support and take a W Corp. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I brought a Yisang. Right, so this will be the comfy team that I'm bringing in. Like a lot of you, I think, have actually quite a lot of units in the game, but you struggle against some of the bosses because you don't know how to, from your words, right, you don't know how to read, okay? But I don't want to be rude or anything, but I am going to use all of the units that you can very easily get by just playing the game and farming. And then we are going to go and run it down, alright? Season 2 units I won't be using because Season 2 units I think are a little bit inaccessible by a lot of the player base. So I'll be using all of the easily accessible ones. This W Corp I just borrow, so I just borrow, yeah. Okay, alright, all of the rules settled. Okay, then what about egos, right? Egos. For the egos of this one, we just want Sun Shower really. Dimension Shredder is nice if you run the Rupture gang, otherwise it doesn't matter too much. For egos here, body sack 100%, don't even need teleport, just body sack. For Faust, fluid sack. Fluid sack is the most important ego for a comfy run. So if you do not have fluid sack on your Faust, borrow it, okay? Go to supports, take any Faust with fluid sack 4. As you can see here, fluid sack, okay, fluid sack 3, don't, okay? Take fluid sack 4 only. Fluid sack 4, fluid sack 4, fluid sack 4. All of these characters here have fluid sack 4, so you can borrow any one of them if you wanted to. I'm going to use my own because I have it. Fluid sack 4. And then we will borrow that Yisang. Boom. Okay. Dawn. Teleport. Always take teleport. Don't even need any others. W Ryoshu. Don't need any others. Just take 4th match flame. Dichi. Don't need this. Take Ramshang. Reindeer. Don't need Roseate. Just need Other Blossom. Don't need 9-2. Take Impending Day. If you want, you can take Lantern also. Lantern is a very good healing ego as well. Ebony Stem only, nothing else. Assault, not using, doesn't matter. For you, Dimension Shredder, and nothing else. And then for Gregor, not using, doesn't matter. Okay, so that is all the ego setup. Teleport Dawn is the most important one here. And then after that, you want all of the hard-hitting egos that you can get. Other Blossom, as well as what's the one? 4th match flame, yeah. So that's pretty much it. Now let's get into it. Right, so starting off with the first one. This is actually a very simple ad fighting one. And you can speed it up by using your Regret Faust, your Shootis, or whoever. But since I didn't bring any of those, we will just go in blind. What we will aim for is we will aim to build up sanity on characters that we will be using for number 2 and number 3. Number 2 and number 3. Number 3 in particular is very weak to slashing damage. While for number 2, it doesn't particularly matter because once his horn breaks, you can just focus down that horn really easily and it will be weak to every single damage type. So at that point, it would not matter too much. But the Gossypium, it takes quite a while to get him down. So slashing units are really, really important to be built up right now. So slashing units, you can use your W Yisang if you wanted to. But for me, what I'm going to go for is you, as well as you. We will not bring Grippy for the first one, even though she will be quite useful for later on fights. Fluid Sack is going to be very important for later fights and not so important for the early game fights. Right, so let's get into that. For the first wave, anything works. Just don't let your Mind Whip fire like that, okay? That's the only one. Do not let your Mind Whip kill your team on the first try, okay? Just make sure you win on your clashes, build up those sanity reserves. For the Claire, no choice, you kind of have to build up some sanity here, nothing you can really do about it. Yep, unfortunately it's gonna be a bit sane here, but don't worry. Oh, I forgot to do discard tag with Honglu, my bad. Okay, yeah. So for Honglu, what you want to do is you do want to micromanage him a little bit. You want to make sure that he does not discard any insights that will lower his insight level, because we do not have any other source of insight in this party. So you want to do the discard tag, which is throwing away the bottom one if you don't have any higher level skills to discard. So in my case, I'm going to discard that and then use the top version. And then we are going to press winrate here. Okay, then remove that and replace it with this. Okay, so winrate is a bit dumb. Winrate will try to make sure that you dump all of your skills here, which is really dumb. So don't do that, and instead spread out that damage. Try to go for kills if you can, so that we can speed through this fight a lot easier. Right, so Honglu goes for that. He goes for that, and goes for that. If you get your basic eagles, like your representation emitter, feel free to pop them just to make this fight a bit faster. But essentially this first fight here, I just use it as a chill time to go and build up resources, build up sanity. Alright, now there's only 2 left. We're gonna use this onto this, that will guarantee the kill. Ninclair can just use this here. And then we can use our this skill here, this skill here, this skill here, and this skill here. Alright, all of them are dead. Right, so now back to the clashing. Let's see, for Rabbit, go and win this clash. Dominating, this is a neutral, this one's a favored. This is dominating, it's dominating. What about this one? Neutral. Okay, let's think what we want to do here. This one's my skill 2, is it? The sloth move? Oh, it's skill 3. So if I wanted to, I could discard this actually. Doesn't really matter. We just use it for here. Mind Wave, use it for here. Dither is available, so we can use it for here. How about this? Hopeless, neutral. Okay, Ninclair can hit that. Favored. Unopposed, okay, favored. And you can shoot this guy one-sidedly. Okay, that should do it. Try to make sure Ninclair doesn't go full batshit insane. If he goes all the way to negative 45 SP, then it's going to be pretty annoying. Excellent, excellent. Alright. We need to get ourselves some sanity here. Alright, let's see. This will dominate. This one's neutral. Pretty tough move. Let's see what we can do here. Is this favored? It is favored. Okay. I think I have Rip Space available, so that will win that. I want to make sure that some of these guys start dying. So 96 one-sidedly, that should kill it. And then you can shoot this as well. And there we go. That should get this guy to a pretty low HP level. Alright. In this situation, you can just press damage and we call it a day. with that. First fight completed in 6 turns. Really, really easy stuff. Moving on to the Siltcurrent Whale. So if you want to optimize a little bit, feel free to bring your NV moves, because this boss is actually quite weak to NV, also weak to piercing, and also weak to sloth. So if you bring those characters here, you will have quite a good time. Take note your gloom is quite resisted here, as well as your lust. But honestly, the boss is quite squishy, and this doesn't really particularly matter. If you want to nuke the boss with your 2 big nukers here, as well as quick suppression, the boss is just going to die. So don't worry about it too much. Alright, so since the boss is going to resist gloom, and I already farmed SP onto Honglu, I'm going to pull out Honglu here. The boss is weak to NV mostly, and we have our quick suppression here as well as gaze here. So I'm going to bring the fellow nukers here to nuke down this boss later on. Alright, let's go. Alright, so if you want to make this a little bit faster, feel free to pop your big AoE moves here to speed it up, but I'm not going to, because we have a lot of time and this run is all about comfy clearing. So we are going to do our comfiest clear and just boonga boonga every single one of them. No brain required. Just make sure it's dominating. Just make sure it's dominating. Don't even think about it. If it's favored, just take it also. It doesn't really matter. Just go. Just boonga boonga. Alright, so now we got a bunch of staggered enemies. Let's see, let's try to kill them, so I don't have to stay here anymore. 92. This one is a 32 roll. 32 plus 31, that should kill that guy. This is a pretty high rolly move. 72. 72 will kill this one. And then let's see, can you win that clash? Okay, go win that clash. I don't want you to distort, so I want him to be reasonably low, but not like too low or anything like that. A little bit of SP management, alright? Just a little bit. Okay, there, C26. We stay around 26, that's the 26 level. That's pretty okay by me. Of course, Faust will not roll heads, unfortunately, so that guy's gonna be alive. Very good, one down. Okay, whatever, doesn't really matter too much. Okay, so let's go for this part here. Okay, we don't even have to. What we want to do here is probably do a body sack. Why? Because body sack into quick suppression is coming up. And the thing about this body sack, right, is that if we manage to kill all of these enemies in one go, we will start the boss fight with 4 attack power up and quick suppression in hand. So that is extremely powerful and something that I will be trying to go for right now if I can do that. So let's see what I need to do here in order to make sure I get there. Okay, dominating. I suspect you will not kill, but I think this will kill for Ninclair. Okay, I need to pop an AoE ego here to make sure I kill a few of them. Enemies are weak to piercing, I believe, so this will be a very solid choice here. Wait, is this ego? Oh, a single target. I think I forgot to uptime my teleport ego. Oof, yeah, I forgot to uptime teleport. Okay, never mind, don't worry about that. We will just adapt. So what we will do is we will instead use Fluid Sac. Okay, no, Fluid Sac does not work here. Never mind, forget that, because these guys resist glue. Oh man, I have to sacrifice 1 nuke here, I think, because I don't have an AoE here. Dither is available. Okay, that's a bit rough. That's a bit rough. Okay, let's try and math it out. Let's see. This one will die to anything, so body sack will kill it. This one will die. This one will not die. I will have to commit some big nukes here to ensure that these guys will die. So I think this plus this will kill. I think this plus this will kill. So assuming everything goes as planned, all of them will die, and then we'll start next round with 4 attack power up. Okay, rolling that tails does not help me. Okay, now if it fails, alright? If it fails, we just body side again. We just adapt. I just get carried away with optimizing sometimes. Very good. Oh shit, they resist Ref and Blunt. Oh dear, I made a mistake there. That's my beat. That's my bad. Okay, yeah, I messed up. Oh well, never mind, we were dead. Okay, activate the body sack again. Go here. Ninclair can... no, I want you to use a move, Ninclair. Just use our shittiest moves here, don't need to worry about it. I probably should have skipped this turn actually. Oh dear. All my plans are in shambles. Never mind, never punished. Never punished because of his passive, I forgot. Alright. Well, in that case, I have quick suppression on round 1, which means that his headpiece is going to absolutely explode. I also have Dither on round 1, so his headpiece will die. The rest of you can just go and dominate the rest of these body parts here. Ninclair also has a very good ref skill here. Rip Space is also available. I think I don't mind getting hit by a few of these moves here. That's blunt. That's blunt. That's... oh, not you. Definitely not you. Give me a second. Let's think. Let's do this. There we go. I think Reindeer can take it. I think Faust can take it. Alright. And then everyone else, just dumpster your best moves into that Siltcurrent head. Boom. If I planned that more correctly, maybe I could have actually one-shot this guy. Oh, she lost. It's okay, she resists blunt. Wow, I was really close to one-shotting actually. So if you want to speedrun, that could be a possible strat actually. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, he's dead. Whoops. I was supposed to show how to fight him, like normally. But turns out if you bring a bunch of nukers and just burst his head, he's dead. So, whoops, he's dead. So I guess if you want, you can just follow what I did and just save up all your big nukes and just nuke the boss at the final part. That seems to work out pretty well. So that's a 5-turn clear, skipping all of the bullshit for the Siltcurrent. I guess that's pretty comfy, right? You don't have to do all the mechanics. Right, now we're in Gossypium. For Gossypium, pretty much what we want to do here is just bring slashers. All of the slashers that you can possibly bring. Because this boss here, he is very weak to slash damage. 1.3 times weak, also weak to pride and weak to wrath. So what I'm going to be bringing is of course Ninclair, because Ninclair has the wrath skill. He can get past the blunt weakness and still be Ninclair. Then we'll bring Reindeer also for the wrath stuff. We'll bring Rabbit, we'll bring Grippy, as well as the 2 slashers here. Actually no, we need to drop someone. I want to bring Dichi instead. Who's worse? Who is the worst to bring here? 1.5 times, Gloom normal, Envy normal, Lust 0.2 times. Unfortunately, all of these units are good. So I'm in a situation where all of these units are good. I think I'll just do this instead. Yep. Okay, let's go with that. Alright, so for the Gossypium mechanics, I don't even know what they do. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I do not know what Gossypium does. So what I'm going to do here is I am just going to Unga Bunga and clash this guy and set up for a big turn where I just nuke the shit out of him. Looks like I'm gonna have to corrode my Ninclair here immediately. So I'm just gonna let that happen. Not really too worried about it. We're body sacking now because we're getting quick suppression next turn. So that I'm able to do my quick suppression immediately. Okay, then Honglu is gonna do Unveil. Good slashing damage. Leaf is a very good slashing damage here as well. Wrath moves are very powerful here. Very powerful. Look at that damage. Beautiful. Alright, he's gonna corrode. Did we get lucky? We got lucky. He's clashing one of the moves. We'll take that. Okay, we got a quick suppression turn here. We should try to fire every nuke that we have. Dominating. Rip space not available yet. No worries. Just continue to punch the boss. Right, let's go.
또한 산재물이 되어라.
Alright, so now he transformed into this red form and now he will start doing this nuke every single turn. So this nuke is pretty hard hitting, especially if he targets someone with bleed. So what you want to do is you want to clash away from someone with bleed. And you will be able to win it with basically any eagle that rolls a 45. It's really not that hard. Sorry, not 45. Any eagle that rolls above like 20 something, as long as you're not bleeding. Yeah. So we're good here. We are going to one-side the body, and that should settle most of the fight for us already. This one's attacking who? Ryoshu. Okay. We will have to neutral that. Doesn't really matter. TBH. Okay, we're going to discard our skill tree here to gain our insight at level 3. And then we can Mind Whip as well. Okay, looks really good here. Looks like a very good burst turn here.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
Alright, excellent. So now we are just going to press the damage button and we should be good to go. I just dodged this honestly and just use the Wrath skill because Wrath does more damage. Why are we using this instead of Leap? That's crazy. Okay, everything else here looks fine to me.
쨍그랑 보이자 조각났어. 계속해도 돼.
And there you have it. That is the first 3 bosses complete. I actually did this much more efficiently than my first run. If you look at my first run, I took 6, 7, and 5. But now I take 6, 5, and 4. This one was a bit unexpected. I didn't realize I could actually nuke the boss from 100 to 0 like that. So if you want to follow that, feel free to. Otherwise, if you want to play the regular mechanics, it's pretty similar to Mirror Dungeon where you just want to focus on the flotsam. There will be these random objects that he spawns, this flotsam here. If you focus them down, then what happens is that this boss will sacrifice one of his moves to go and ram his head into the flotsam. I think it's called Wayward Blind Obsession. Yeah, he will lose 34% of his max HP on this body part here. So the main goal for this one is to just nuke down this fluorescent part, because you will nuke this, he'll be 2 times weak to all of the resistances here, and then you'll be able to nuke him with your NV move, quick suppression, lol, NV, deader, and rip space. So yeah, a very funny fight. Just nuke him down and he'll die. Alright, so that is going to be the first 3 bosses. I'm going to do them in pairs of 3 because the teams will change for all of the 3. So I'm going to just stick with this for now. Let me know if you guys need any other advice for the Refraction Railway, because I tried to make it as simple as possible for people with all of the units. Of course, if you don't have any of the units, feel free to just swap in someone else. You can swap in your Rhino, swap in your Zweigregger, Twin Hook Gregor, swap in whoever is kind of decent at clashing, really, and preferably has some good nukes. You know, Mola Otis has some good nukes. Dichi is very good DPS output all around. Dichi Honglu also very good DPS output all around. Ting Tang also extremely high highs and then some really low lows, but still some pretty good DPS as well. Can bring Regret Files and whoever you got from the Walpurgis banners for the first one as well if you want to make it a little bit faster. But I think I use that time as SP and resource generator. So yeah, that's going to be it for the first part here. That's it. Hope you guys are able to clear your first 3 really fast. Remember that you don't have to clear as fast as I did. You can take longer if you want, because the requirement is just clear every one of these nodes within 10 turns. So I've really done it super fast compared to like average person, honestly. Yeah, so okay, yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back in the second video.